kids, good morning. Wishing you all a day full of sunny smiles and happy thoughts. My sweet children, welcome back to our math class. I hope you all are excited to learn something new and interesting today. Are you ready? Yes! Okay, then let's start with our next lesson. That is lesson number 7, measurement. In this lesson, we will be learning about length, weight, volume and capacity. First, we will learn about length. Children, have you ever used handspan to measure books, pencils, benches or any other object? Handspan measure is the distance measured by a human hand. If you haven't, let's try this today, okay? Take your maths textbook or semester workbook and use your handspan to measure the length of your book. Now ask someone else at home, it could be your parents, brothers, sisters, anyone else, to use their handspan to measure the length of the same book. Note down how many handspans you both required. Did you notice something, children? The handspan for both of you was different. Therefore, there was a difference in your measurements too. Now, make 2 paper strips. Let both of them be of equal length. Now use these strips to measure the length of the book and ask someone else to use the other strip to measure the length of the same book. Now, did you notice what happened this time? You both had no difference in measurement. Can you think of the reason why this happened? Yes, you all are correct. The paper strips you took were of equal length. When we measure the length of something using similar means, it measures the same. So now we have this paper strip. But if I tell you to measure a pencil with this, how will you do that? The paper strip is longer than the pencil. Well, children, you could fold this paper strip to make equal parts. Now these small parts will be useful for measuring your pencil. So from all this, did you notice it is easier to measure a shorter distance using something shorter? And to measure great distance like length of your classroom or home, it is easier to use something of greater length. You can use a measuring scale or tape measure. These devices are used to measure length, breadth, height, depth and thickness. When a length of something is measured using such devices, we get the same figure no matter who measures it. The meter is a standard unit which is used for measuring length. If we divide a meter into 100 equal parts, each part is called a centimeter. So, 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. Children, you all are familiar with this object. Yes? This is a ruler. You can see there are numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on till 15 written below the bigger markings. These bigger markings or the numbers show us the centimeters. There are smaller markings between 2 big markings. They show units of length that are smaller than centimeters. The small divisions between 2 big markings are called millimeters. Centimeter is written as cm in short and millimeter is written as mm in short. Meter is written as m in short. We use rulers to measure smaller lengths. A meter scale can be used to measure length or breadth of tables, doors, etc. But it is not easy to measure the length and breadth of a classroom. So a tape measure is used. Its length is more than 1 meter. Now children, tell me whether you will measure the following length or distances in centimeters or meters. First one, length of a pencil. Will you measure the length of a pencil in centimeters or meters? Very good. You will measure it in centimeters. Next one, width of a window. What will you do? Yes, you will measure width of a window in meters. Next one, length of a needle. Very good. You will measure length of a needle in centimeters. What about distance between two buildings? Yes, you will measure distance between two buildings in meters. So students, I hope you understood the first part of our lesson, that is length. Now we will start with weight or mass. Two kids found a beam balance in their house. So they decided to find the weight of a ball using the marbles they both had. They placed the ball in one pan, and to the other pan they started adding marbles. For the girl, the weight of the ball is 17 marbles. And for the boy, the weight of the same ball is 10 marbles. There is a difference in the weight of the same ball. The reason is the marbles that the girl had were smaller than the marbles that the boy had. To avoid this confusion, a standard unit for measuring weight is used. If something is weighed using standard weights, it measures the same, no matter who does the weighing. The standard unit for measuring weight is kilogram. Kilogram is written as kg in short. To weigh different objects, there are various kinds of balances. For example, the spring balance, electronic balance or scales, the common balance or beam balance, and scales for body weight. You have seen these in your day-to-day life. Next, we will learn about volume and capacity. Children, try to fill a utensil using a glass and a small bowl. You will notice you will have to pour less number of glasses of water than bowls of water to fill the same utensil. The same amount of water was added to the utensil, but the measure is different because different means were used to measure it. No matter who fills water, it should measure the same. For that, we must use a standard measure. The standard unit of measuring liquids is liter. Here in this picture, you can see a measure that is kept by a milkman. It is of 1 liter. This can also be used to measure other liquids like oil. We easily get a 1 liter water bottle. This picture shows a measure used especially for kerosene. You can see different containers in this picture. When we add 3 liters of water into each, the water will take a different shape. This happens because each container is of a different shape. But the volume of water in each container is 3 liters. 5 1-liter bottles of water were poured in a bucket. So, the volume of the water in the bucket is 5 liters. Now, we will add more 1-liter bottles of water. We will do this till the bucket is full. Whatever number of bottles are required, that number is the capacity of that bucket. So, the capacity of a container is the amount of liquid needed to fill a container. My dear children, I hope the concept of length, weight, volume and capacity are clear to you. Always remember their standard units and short forms of the units. These are very important. With this, our class ends over here. Complete your writing work regularly and properly. See you in next class. Thank you so much. Bye.